What up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, Dap Universal. I'm Dap. So, coming back at you with another pick a card reading, and today we're looking at how do your co-workers view you, as well as what are they saying about you, co-workers. Also, I'm uploading this the same day as when I do how do your bosses feel about you. And the reason why I kept it separate was because I wasn't gonna put it in the same reading, but I was like, but what if they ain't got no bosses? What if they've gone beyond being told what to do when they clock in? You know, or what if you are the boss? So I was like, I'll just separate them and have it almost like a series kind of thing. So if you want to see how your boss feels about you after this or whatever, just go over there. You know, I'll post a link in the description or like a card or something, okay? But I also want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for the kind words, especially ones that came over from Nooney's side, from the collaboration, as well as thank you for your support. Y'all been booking readings, support me in my live streams. I really do appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. I know we talk if you show up in my live streams, we cool, you know, we talk. But I go live like almost every day, so just putting that out there. Sometimes twice a day, but usually at least once. But we have fun over there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it and shut up. But you'd be picking between two piles. Two piles today. So pile number one, we're gonna be using the Kawaii Tarot. Pile number two, we'll be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. So pile number one, the Kawaii, the Wild Unknown. So go ahead and pick your deck. You know, take your time. And I'll see you at your reading. Just pause it if you need to and check the timestamps below. And while you're doing that, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you already haven't, and make sure to hit the bell notification so you know when I actually do post. But until then, I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now. What up, pile one? If you chose the Kawaii Tarot, welcome to your reading. So we are looking into how do your coworkers feel about you. All right, so first I just want to roll the dice, the astrology dice, to kind of see what the energy is like for you, what your energy is like, who you may be, maybe some signs that come out for you, as well as pull you a Moonology card. But also, by the way, you could be Taurus, Aries, Leo so far. Also Capricorn. All right, with the astrology dice, we pulled the South Node. I don't know if you can see that. The South Node in Taurus in the 10th house. So South Node in Taurus would be a type of person who has a 10. I think the North Node is in Taurus right now, but the South Node in Taurus represents, well, first of all, the South Node represents your comfort zone, the thing that you may fall back on whenever you feel pressured or triggered. It can also indicate past life if you believe in past life, but it speaks of, for all intents and purposes, what you're used to. The thing that may not allow us to grow because we already learned that lesson, and it would kind of like stunt our growth if we weren't to step into its opposite energy of Scorpio. So a South Node in Taurus would be a Scorpio North Node, meaning that and somebody who is learning the lesson that the material stuff is just the material. Money is just money. It's like, if you can't take it with you when you pass on, it's like, does it really, really matter? It's like, yes and no. It's like you're learning the lesson between, there's a fine line between being materialistic and also just being successful in getting what you need at any capacity that you want to get it in. As long as it's not like an attachment to the actual wealth of the money. It's like saying there's nothing wrong with money. Like, money isn't evil. It's like that Bible verse that the root of all evil is like money or whatever. Money is the root of all evil. It's like, I think it says something more like the love of money, not actual money. Don't quote me, I haven't read that, but I did see that somewhere. Don't quote me. But The 10th house also comes up, which is about your actual career. Is Capricorn energy, or Capricorn, the house of Capricorn, which is all about success. It's all about, say, how the public sees you in your career. And it's saying that your comfort zone is to be like this business-minded person, this person who's really good at accumulating things and a hard worker. This is what you already know. This is what you've already experienced, like in the past. So like whatever, something about this job seems to come very easy to you. Also, you may have gotten this job after, like, say, a hard time. Like, say, if you were struggling real bad, you maybe found this job to be your saving grace. Like, oh my God, it's good paying, it's got benefits, or whatever it was. But it's like saying it came at right at the nick of time, and it's something that you felt really proud about yourself. And when you got it, maybe it's like your first like office job, or your first job like in your field after you graduated or something. Or since you got a degree, it's like something like that. I don't know what it is, because it could be a lot of different things depending on, who we talking to. It is a general reading, so I don't want to get too into that. But I could really see it being something like a lot of different stuff. Really, I could see it being a bank. I could see it being, say, teaching. I could see it being definitely something teaching, or like something spiritual, or retail. I could see all this stuff because I see all these pentacles, and I see Taurus and Capricorn energy could be anything in the work field. It's just hard working. But whatever it is, you're really good at it. So it's almost like saying you may be a workaholic, or you may like put a lot of your energy into work. Work may be almost an identity to you, or you've gone through phases where you can definitely slip into that, especially to avoid your problems. I'm here. Your attitude at work is first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. So you're lucky at work. People seem to find you to be lucky. Always seem to be at the right place at the right time. Sometimes you may have gotten promoted over somebody else before. You maybe are used to getting bonuses and raises because you just perform in whatever field that you do. So it's like saying that you're very talented, pal. Number one, people do see that. Your coworkers, I'm sure they working right next to you. They have no choice but to see that. But this is how, say, what your coworkers are like. Okay, so I feel like your coworkers might be the type of people who, it's weird energy. It's like the type of people who maybe before you got there, or a lot of times they are unhappy with the actual work. Maybe it's a type of job for a lot of people where it's stressful. Maybe a lot of y'all work in stressful type jobs, like where it's like fast paced, or a lot at stake, or long hours, or just like demanding physically. I see it as like them being either tired or like sad, or just like maybe not always liking the work. But Death in Reverse comes up, saying like maybe it's a lot of people who've like worked there, done this thing for a long time. Like this may not be like, say, a part-time kind of job. Maybe they have a good retention rate, meaning that people don't normally quit a lot or something like that. They've had some loyal people, but they don't treat them right. Something about maybe they don't treat them right at your job for some of y'all. Some of y'all may work with grieving people, like maybe in a hospital or something. A nursing home for somebody. Maybe that's what that was, a nursing home. But something about like whatever it is, it definitely affects the mood or the vibe of the place. It could be something very like non-conventional for a lot of y'all, but something that makes a lot of money for a lot of y'all. Temperance in Reverse. You may also be working in like a rehab type place, a rehabilitation place, that kind of thing. You could also very well be a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. Let's see, or how your coworkers actually view you. So how your coworkers view you, I feel like they think that you are rather stubborn, or like one-track minded. Six of Swords. It's like you the type of person that takes things, they see you as someone who takes things personally at work, because maybe you have like a lot of pride or passion in it, or maybe you have a strong ability in it, or you identify so strongly with it that they say that you have a hard time separating your feelings from it. So it's like you may get really worked up in a situation having to do with work, more so than most people. I see Knight of Swords in Reverse. You could be a Gemini. Also, you may be seen as impulsive or not wanting to follow the rules all the time. It could be for other people's benefit, like say, I don't want to follow the rules because like I had somebody, like this customer, this patient, or this whatever, like that didn't work for them. Like you don't care about like say the rules as much as like the objective. Like if the objective is to help this person any way I can, or to serve this person any way that I can, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, I'm going to do that. And if there's a silly rule in the way that's just really silly, I'll make the executive decision to find a way around it, or whatever I got to do to make sure that the objective is fulfilled, the patient or the guest or the whatever. So it's like whatever it is, you are very dedicated, but they see you as like maybe not able to separate your feelings sometimes from like the passion and like just the job itself, but as well as being impulsive. It affects your judgment, is what they say. It affects your judgment. Some of y'all may actually live a distance away from your job, like if you have to drive a long time to get there, or even if you work, like say at home, then like say the job itself, like everyone else, or like a lot of people like all around the country or like different places. I can see that like being spread out. Okay. Also, these people are stuck. I mean, your coworkers are stuck in their ways as well. I said that they see you as kind of like stubborn. They're stuck in their ways. So it's like you are stubborn when you have an idea, or like you want to say like a rule that just doesn't make sense. Like, why am I have to work a way around this when it just shouldn't exist? And you may have people say that's true, that you're right. You know, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but oh well. And they just keep doing it, and they never like say anything. They never really push it further than that. And I feel like you're one of those people that pushes it further than that, because if I got to do it every day, if I got to sit here and clock in every day and do this stupid shit, no, why would I? I'm gonna say, can we not? I'm at least ask. It's like, why y'all just content with doing bullshit and then actually calling it bullshit, but don't nobody want to do nothing different or even attempt to ask? So you're that person that, excuse me, I hate to be a bother, I hate to be a nuisance, but why we gotta do this dumb shit again? Like, do we have to do this dumb shit? Like, we're gonna get fired if we don't do this dumb shit? And you know, it's like you're that person. So, but most of your coworkers are in a place where they just don't even try to do anything or change it. So they see you as stubborn, you see them as insane. in a sense, you're like, y'all are crazy. How your coworkers view you. They may also see you as, say, bad with money, or bad with paperwork. Maybe not bad with money. Maybe they see you as somebody who, if you work in sales, you'll get the sale at any means. Like you sell a lot. Like you meet your quota and some. Like you're good at what you do, but you may be really bad at like the paperwork part of it, or like the cleaning up part of it, or the, you know, like the administrative part of whatever it is, the paperwork. That's the part that's not exciting and rush and like getting sales, or like the most active part of the job. Like y'all are active people. I feel like you would love to get your hands dirty, so to speak. So like the other stuff is boring to you, kind of shit. All right. They also see you as someone who can be very defensive, but also usually in a good mood. Like you have a way of, if you're in a great mood, then it's like it's contagious. And other people kind of feed off of it. They like you. I don't see this as anyone really disliking you, by the way, but it's saying like they see you as a very strong personality in the workplace. The Seven of Wands, where you can be very defensive, especially about criticism. You may not be able to take criticism, they say. And what they say about you, they say you're a very strong individual. They say that you actually have a lot of passion and you're braver. You're brave. You got balls. You got spunk, kid. You got spunk. It's like that idea. They may not say it to your face, but like they do say that they ain't afraid of shit. Give them that. Six of Wands in reverse. Some of them say that you are arrogant, that you're an arrogant little pissant, like you. And others think that you just lack discernment sometimes. Like maybe you just don't have a filter sometimes. Just say whatever the fuck you want to say. Maybe, you know, it's like, but for some reason, you don't get in trouble for it. I feel like you work hard enough. Like they just figure it's just you. This is just who Pal One is. They gonna say something. They gonna say something. If they don't like it, trust me. But they do their job well. Like they, you know, it's like you may be somebody that really does, make a difference in the workplace, in the sense of like if you weren't there, people would notice. Whether they like you or not, if you were not there, they would definitely notice. For better or for worse. But I think mostly for better. They'd be like, where's pile number 1? We were, but like, I feel like these are people that actually like you. So that's good. And I feel like if you really like what you do, you'll go far, because you are definitely good at what you do, and you're talented. So that's all I got for you. Sound off in the comments. Let me know if this resonated. Actually, I'm sorry. I do want to pull you. No, that was it. Shit, that was it. I'm sorry, never mind. False alarm. Bye. Oh, wait. Like and subscribe to the channel if you want to do all that shit and all da-da-da-da-da. That's cool, whatever. I just wanted to let you know one thing. This is the most important thing. I could not let you go without telling you that if you want to know how your boss feel about you, you know, check the links in the descriptions or whatever for that video. But also, take this with you. If you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. But pile number 2, if you chose the Wild Unknown deck, welcome to your reading. And this is about how do your coworkers feel about you and what are they saying about you. Pick a card tarot reading for the general collective for you, as always. I'm going to be looking into it. But first, I want to get more insight on who you are with these astrology dice, as well as one of the Moonology cards, just to kind of see your personality. All right, so I have the North Node. That's really interesting. I shit you not. That's really interesting because the last pile, pile 1, was South Node. That's really interesting. So this is North Node. Okay, cool, whatever. Just pointing that out. But I also have Leo energy, and then we have the 6th house. So we have the North Node, and we have Leo in the 6th house. So North Node is about where you're headed. It's a new lesson. It's like what you came to do in this lifetime, as opposed to the South Node, which is what your comfort zone. So the North Node is maybe a really hard aspect or a really hard placement in your chart, because it's something new. We have to be really conscious of ourselves and where we feel that we fit in this world, and like what we feel our purpose is, because we kind of dictate our purpose by standing in it. But it's like saying you have to be very aware of yourself, and it's a conscious thing. It's not something that's done on a subconscious level. I feel like you have to at least know yourself, not even know what a North Node is, or even know what your North Node is in, but it's like saying knowing what you're meant to do. And if you're that conscious of yourself, I feel like maybe it will probably reflect anyway. But for astrology purposes and just for this reading, the North Node is about the thing that's uncomfortable to do. It takes a lot of effort. It's not just handed to you. It's a lesson. And it says Leo. So you're meant to come out of your shell and really show yourself and be okay with the tension, and find a balance, because it's in the 6th house of service, Virgo energy, but it's basically service onto others, the daily routine, that kind of thing, selfless service. It's about finding this balance between being on a platform or being in the center of attention or in the spotlight, but without ego. And that's hard. That is like finding that balance between, say, letting your ego take over and feeling entitled and, you know, above other people. Even when you start off with the best intentions, it happens all the time. People get big-headed, and it's like the whole point here is to stand in your power, be a leader, be confident, be decisive, know your worth, but know that does not make you any better than anybody else. It doesn't make you above anybody else, more evolved than anybody else. It's nothing, because we all have roles, and not one role is more important than the other, you know? So it's like learning that lesson, and that's a hard lesson to learn, because my mentor said it best. She was like, it's like, we'll find a balance between your ego and then and actually being in the spotlight or being a leader in the public or something like that. She's like, it's a game of whack-a-mole at best. It's like you're always gonna be like, you know. And so it's like, the thing is, just always be conscious of it. So I feel like you're meant to be very, very either well known or successful in what you do. Even if Leo energy in this sense isn't like say shining in the, I mean not shining, isn't being famous or very very well known for what you do or doing it on this huge platform, it at least is confident in it, passionate about it, and also respected for it. Leo is the king of the zodiac. Leo is the regal one. It would be the one that's most respected, at least if not well known. So it's like saying, and for your contributions to something with the sixth house, something that may actually change the way we do things for some of y'all. Like you don't underestimate yourself. I do see courage here. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. You may be working in like say a laboratory or maybe even a hospital, 71 Health. You may be doing work on like let's say for medicine or research. That kind of thing. I get that kind of heavy because your south node, what you fall back on, would be the opposite of this north node energy. So your comfort zone, or where you feel the most safe when you regress because you've learned this lesson, say in the past life. Remember what you're already good at, what you already came here knowing, is Aquarius energy. So your south node would be like Aquarius energy in the 12th house. This is sacrificing maybe spirituality for intellect, or it could be even like say being very spiritual but also being very much closed off or separated, or not being able to get your ideas out in the open because you were too timid to put it out there. Because I can see that being like the 12th house being like the spiritual realm, or say what's hidden, and then Aquarius energy being like the genius is brilliant. So it's like you could have been so brilliant in a past life, but not having the strength or the courage to actually put your ideas out there because you didn't think anyone was going to understand them. Even in this life, you could have done that, like say when you're younger. And whatever this job is really meant to get you comfortable in yourself, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. You'll be faced with situations that really test you, and that's a good thing. But I do want to pull one of these Moonology cards, see what how your attitude towards work is. What is your attitude towards work? All right, so we have first quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. Always change. Some of y'all may change jobs a lot, or have changed jobs a lot, or like maybe the job that you are in, it takes a lot of determination and a lot of trial and error, or something like that. A lot of being told no, having to really face your fears, or do a lot of research about something. I see Scorpio as the investigator, but also the one that has to go deeper. It's like whatever you do, you rather not do it on a surface level, or maybe what you do involves like doing some kind of deep research or looking beyond what people normally see. It can also be something related to investments and money, but health as well, specifically health or something to do with the reproductive system. Because I see Scorpio energy, like if we're talking about body part, we're talking about like a hospital or like health field. It may have something to do with like say reproductive system, or like that, because that's what Scorpio rules. So maybe even kids in a certain way, death and rebirth. It could be a lot of different things, but I feel like it's something that's very logical, and you take a more emotional approach to it, if that makes sense. Because maybe this job you have a very emotional attachment to. Yeah. But let's see. How do your coworkers feel about you? So how are your coworkers in general? What are your coworkers like in general, right? So we're going to pull you one of these tarot cards here out of the Wild Unknown. But you may be dealing with, by the way, signs I see. Leo, Virgo, all the air signs, Cancer, and Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right, but I feel like your coworkers are people who are very smart and very balanced in like their reasoning. Something about like your coworkers or your peers have to have good reasoning skills or are able to make a decision. So it's like, it doesn't give me vibes of someone who's like working part-time, like in the drive-thru or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It just doesn't give me that vibe from it. It gives me vibes of someone who has to like be always like thinking about something, even if it's like, say it's still a restaurant, but you work like, say, a bartender or a server or something like that. It's somebody who's always have to be like calculating their steps or something like that, but also being portraying themselves a certain way, or holding themselves a certain way. Non-bias is kind of what I'm getting. I don't know why specifically non-bias for somebody. Okay, this is random. Skincare, or have something to do with skincare or skincare products, makeup or something like that. Libra energy too, with that Venus like that. I get skincare for some reason. But also, your coworkers may be mostly women. They could be mostly women. I'm also getting that something about there's multiple roles. So like whatever you do or whatever that you are, or your coworkers, you and your coworkers do, like you have more than one responsibility. Like maybe I'll have like a lot of responsibility or something like that. Like it gives me vibes of someone who isn't like entry level or something. I don't know. It gives someone who's like really more experienced, or like maybe a nurse or something like that, is doing a lot. Also see, you have to make sure that everything is precise. Something about precision comes up as well. And your coworkers are very precise. They're very logical, rational people. They are smart. They are on your level. It's like you don't sit there and go to work and say, I go to work with a bunch of dummies for the most part. No. It's people who know how to hold themselves, speak, and talk. But also people who don't really involve themselves with, say, intuition. They're about reasoning, especially at work. Whatever you do, it's about logic, not about how you feel, baby boo. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Leave that drama for your mama. Or something that's like, no, it's not, no feelings, no feelings attached, it's not personal, but, you gotta do what we gotta do. It could be like working in like retention or something like that for like, say, take, like, what is it called? Like when your bill like goes, like whenever you finance something and you don't pay for it and it like messes up your credit, and then you get these bill collectors calling you, like he was a bill collector. I forgot what that department's called. I forgot. Collections, I guess. Collections. Yeah, collections. I don't know. Someone who's working like in that kind of field, having to like get money from people to pay, that kind of thing, or loans. I can see that too. But it's like whatever it is, it's definitely not personal. We don't use our intuition. We use our logic and systems. It's kind of what I'm getting. How they feel about you? The 5 of Swords. You are very competitive at work. You may be very competitive to the point where like you may be looked at as a shark. We do have the Magician in reverse with the 3 of Swords. People feel like you would throw them under the bus. Some people think that you would throw them under the bus in order to get recognition, or in order to say move ahead. Some of them say that you do it out of spite. Some people are saying that you report people, or you have had to report somebody, and it may have been for a legitimate reason, by the way, but they're saying it like, and they sit there and reported somebody, this and that. They ain't got no loyalty, or they just be running their mouth, or they out to get us, or they out to get me, or whatever. It's like someone, maybe specifically someone that you've dealt with who thinks that you are out to get them or something like that, or out to take their job or something. You may have a disagreement with somebody at work, or had disagreements with people at work. Particularly your sarcasm in your mouth is what I'm getting. Also somebody who doesn't, some of these people don't say things to you, but they don't like you. It's like it's not that they smile on your face either. Some of them might, but it's like some people that don't like you, you wouldn't guess wouldn't like you. It's like, you'd be like, it's even the feeling of like, okay, so, did you know that so-and-so over there don't like you? Like, who? Kathy. Who the fuck is Kathy? We work with someone named Kathy. Kathy's been here just choosing. Y'all train together. Oh, I don't know. And they like just cannot stand you type of shit. They said like, oh, they have a story. They have multiple stories about you and their experiences with you, but you like, I don't even remember who is that. I thought, girl, I didn't know they even worked here, bitch. It's like that energy. It's like you aren't bothered by this, and it doesn't affect you. Is what I'm saying. But what else are they saying about you? They say that you actually do report back to somebody, and you may have the power to make people look bad or something like that. People say that, or that you snoop and you know things that you shouldn't know because like maybe you cool with the boss or the manager or somebody like that. You cool with people who are higher up or something like that. and you're very honest. So it's like they feel like they can't really do shit in front of you because maybe like you're up for a promotion, or maybe you're like being trained or groomed to be, you know, say more of a leader position or something like that. Or maybe you're already in a leader position and your other peers like managers or leaders or something like that, and all y'all like have people under you or something. It could be that too. But it's like saying you're a stickler for the rules. For the most part, like if there's something that's just really wrong, you don't mind speaking up and out and telling somebody. You will not lose. You like, I won't lose my job because y'all got foolishness. So it feels like you have a good amount of responsibility. I'm gonna say that again, but overall, I think that your coworkers really do enjoy you because it takes a village. I feel like you have earned your way there. And I think you are very talented. Your coworkers see that, and this is what it is. And you're just meant to shine. They can either shine with you, you know, applaud the shine, you know, dance in the sunshine, or they can take the asses in the house if it's too bright. You know, I understand when you spend so much time in the dark, the bright ass sunlight can be annoying. So they can go in the house, but you can't stop shining. That's just how you are. That's who you are. That's what you are. The sun wouldn't stop, so why would you? You know. So sound off in the comments. Let me know if this was your vibe, if this was your pile, and say hi, and yeah. I am taking personal readings. If you're into that, there'll probably be a card up there for you. You know, get the link. It's also in the description. But until next time, you know, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. Nah, bye.